Can you talk about the stark difference between God in the Old Testament and Jesus in the New Testament, them being one and the same? Yeah, let's talk about that. First off, Jesus declared over and over that he was the God of the Old Testament. People think that the Father is the God who spoke out from the burning bush. But no, that's why Jesus said before Abraham was, I am. He's claiming to be the God of the burning bush. But aside from that, so specifically to do with this idea, people who don't study the Old Testament but just hear portions of it or hear other people talking about it get this idea that God was much more vengeful and angry in the Old Testament. But what you have to understand is God is not cruel, and he's not the one doing the harm. He was the one who was harmed. He's the one who's the victim. God chose to bless Israel, and all he wanted was their loyalty. In my live Bible studies, we just went through the book of Ezekiel. And when you read it, understanding that he had given them hundreds of years of patience, it's completely understandable that he was fed up, that he was tired of being hurt. So when you read the passages about God saying, I'm going to correct you and I'm going to send you into exile and all these bad things are going to come upon you, it's because they refused to listen. And they were still carrying around his name, making him look bad. So yes, the God of the Old Testament and the God of the New Testament are the same God. He has not changed his mode of operation. Eventually, he'll get sick of putting up with the entire world. But as Peter tells us, God is not slow as some consider slowness, but God is patient, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. There will come a time when his patience runs out, just like it did many times for Israel. And when that day comes, then comes the punishment for the world that has scorned him since the beginning. Again, God is not the mean one, God is the victim.